on our backs today. You can come all the way down and draw your knees into your chest. Holding your knees or shins, begin to gently rock from side to side, pressing your low back into the mat. Maybe circling the knees on the ceiling. Going the other direction. Allowing the knees to fall apart, taking the knees a bit wide, drawing the knees towards the shoulders or armpits, opening just slightly into the hips this morning. Take a full breath in, filling the low belly space here. Feel the low belly. Feel it expand against your legs. Begin to activate your ujjayi, that gentle restriction in the back of the throat. Your ocean-like breathing. So you feel the breath moving down through the back of the throat. And that slow exhale through the nose as well. From here, extend your legs up to the sky, holding the backs of the legs at the hamstrings or behind the knees. Work to straighten the legs, and then point and flex your feet a couple of times. And then bending your knees again, stretching your legs out long on the mat. Reach your arms back behind you, maybe clasping your hands, pressing the palms behind you, taking a full body stretch. And then release, pressing yourself up into a seated position. Finding a comfortable seat and crossing at the shins or the ankles, Sukhasana, easy pose. Finding a nice long spine here, crown of the head reaches to the sky, the chin parallel to the earth, palms can rest on your knees. Find your breath here. Finding your ujjayi, that gentle restriction, ocean-like breathing. See if you can extend the inhale all the way down into the low belly space. And allow the shoulders, the jaw to soften on the exhale. Bring your awareness to the breath. Notice if you feel different as you breathe in a seated position. Perhaps requires more awareness or more effort to send the breath into the low belly. Notice if you can feel the breath into the back body here in a seated position. Can you find the length of the spine here in your seated position that you had in your supine? And also connect to the ease of the breath. Allowing the navel to expand on the inhale. Gently draw towards the spine as you exhale. Gently blinking your eyes open. Coming into just a gentle twist here, bringing your right hand to your left knee. Your left fingertips reach behind. Use the left hand to lengthen the spine, first lifting the crown of the head to the sky, and then twisting, taking your gaze over the left shoulder. And again, bringing your awareness to the breath here, noticing how it is to breathe into the low belly. And it might require a bit more effort, breathing through that gentle twist. Notice how the back body responds. Can you reach the navel on the inhale? Gently draw it in towards the spine on the exhale. Release coming through center. Bringing your left hand now to your right knee. Right hand reaches behind. First, getting really tall, crown of the head to the sky. And then begin to take the gaze towards or beyond the right shoulder. And closing your eyes, tuning into the breath. And drawing back through center. And then however is convenient or easy for you, we're going to make our way into a standing position, into Tadasana, mountain pose. Coming to stand, your toes moving straight forward. Knees are soft, just a teeny tiny micro bend in the knees. You'll feel the front of the legs activate. Draw the shoulders up to the ears, back behind you and down. Maybe allowing the palms to face the front of the room, honoring that little tiny bend in the knees. The tailbone is dropping, pelvis is neutral. Go ahead and close your eyes. Relax the tongue in the mouth and soften the jaw. Find your ujjayi, hearing the breath as it moves in and out of the body. Feeling the navel expand on the inhale, soften towards the spine on the exhale. Bringing a connection now to the mind's eye with the breath. See the breath filling up at the bottoms of the feet. And as you inhale, that breath moves from the bottoms of the feet up the legs, through the low belly space, through the heart center, lifting the heart, expanding the throat. On the exhale, see the breath moving down, all the way down the body, releasing through the soles of the feet any stress, tension, negativity. Breathing in, filling up. Exhale, releasing anything in the body no longer serving you. One more that way, filling up from the soles of the feet, taking in that healing energy from the earth. Exhale, releasing any thought, any word, any feeling that you're ready to surrender. Gently blink the eyes open. Knees are soft. Adding some movement to the breath here. Inhale your arms to the sky. Open the heart, maybe taking the gaze up to the thumbs. Hands come to touch. Exhale to heart center. Inhale, rise. Open the heart, extending the arms. Gaze gently to the thumbs. Hands touch and draw to heart center. One more that way. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Adding a little bit more here. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to touch. Exhale, hands to heart, and then sit back in your chair pose, bending into your knees. Weight is in the heels, hands at heart. Inhale, reach and rise, coming to stand. Open the heart, gaze up. Exhale, palms together, drawing to heart as you sit back, weight in the heels. One more, inhale. Exhale, chair, hands to heart. Inhale, reach and rise. Exhale, sit through your chair and then keep bending the knees, fold all the way over the legs, release the arms to dangle, head hangs. Bend into your knees, reach your arms forward and up to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart, through chair. Release as you fold, Uttanasana. One more. Reach your arms forward and up, mountain pose. Exhale through heart, through chair. Release and fold. And then releasing, holding here in your Uttanasana, a little bend in the knees. Let your head hang. Maybe pressing the tops of the hands into the mat. Maybe holding the elbows, or just letting your fingertips support you on the mat in front of your toes. Nod your head yes, and shake your head no. Come into your breath here. Notice what you feel or where you feel the breath here. As you inhale, perhaps you feel the body expand in the back ribs. Perhaps as you inhale, you can soften a little bit of tension in the shoulders or in the space around the shoulder blades. Place an even bigger bend into your knees. Plant your hands alongside your feet. Step both feet back. Lift your hips high to the sky for downward facing dog. Fingers are spread wide. If your backs of your legs are feeling tight this morning, you can take your feet wider than hip width. A little bend in the knees here. Allow the sitting bones to open. The tail lifts to the sky. And you might bend one knee and then the other, kind of pedaling the knees to begin to encourage the backs of the legs to soften. Really think about lengthening the spine, ears lining up with the upper arms, heart melting towards the toes, but keep lifting the tail, opening the sitting bones. One more breath here, inhale. Exhale, lower your knees down to the mat, finding your tabletop position, hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, reach your heart through your arms. Take your gaze, lift the tail for cow pose. Exhale, round shoulder blades to the sky. Drop the tail, look towards your navel for cat. Inhale, drop the heart, lift the tail. Fill the low belly space. Exhale, round through cat pose. One more round here. Inhale through your cow. Really think about dropping the space between the shoulder blades. Drop as if someone was just pressing a little bit between the shoulder blades. And then round, press that same spot to the sky. Inhale, find your neutral spine. Take your knees wide. Your big toes come together to touch, hips towards heels, forehead coming down to the mat. Balasana, child's pose. Arms can stay long out in front of you, or you can release your arms alongside the body, palms face up. And again, bring your awareness to your breath here. Where do you feel the inhale? Where can you soften as you exhale in this pose? Each pose, I find the breath, it's easier to move the breath into certain spaces. So for this one, for me, it's easy for me to breathe into the low belly space. You might feel that as well, or maybe it's different for you. Maybe the breath softens at the shoulder blade. Maybe you bring the breath just into the third eye space, the space between your eyebrows, softening into your thoughts here, softening into the mind. Begin to lift yourself up into your hands and knees once again. And spread your fingers wide. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhale, look to your hands. Walk or step your feet forward, releasing into forward fold, little bend into your knees. Let your spine round over your legs. Place an even bigger bend into your knees. Reach your arms forward and up to the sky. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Toes pointing straight forward. Inhale, rise. Reaching your arms, gaze to the sky. Soft knees, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, bringing your hands to your shins. Crown of the head extends. Exhale, fold and round. Bend into your knees, find your fingertips, and step your right foot back. Keeping the back knee lifted, just find some movements here, shifting forward and backwards. Good. Lower down onto your back knee. Lower that right knee down to the mat. You can always fold your mat or use a blanket or pillow if you'd like a little support under that back knee. Plant your right hand inside the left foot. Lift your left fingertips to the sky. Optional gaze up to the left thumb. Take your gaze down. Release your left fingertips in front of your left toes. And then bring your heel toe your left foot so it's in the middle of your mat. Left foot in the middle of your mat. And then we're going to open that left knee towards the left, coming onto the outside edge of the left foot. So a variation of a pigeon pose here. Opening the leg, the knee to the left. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, plant the left foot down, bringing that knee back in. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, open the knee, outside edge of the left foot. Exhale, release the foot down to the mat. 1 more inhale. Exhale, planting the left foot down. Walking your hands back now around the left foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, walk, step, or hop the feet forward, releasing into forward fold. Little bend into the knees. Inhale, reach and rise to the sky. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, rise, gaze up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and round. Inhale, step your left foot back. First, just finding those movements here, forwards and backwards, working into the right hip. Maybe lengthening the back of that left leg, pressing into the ball of the left foot, reaching the heel behind you. And then lower down onto the left knee. Plant your left hand, reach your right hand to the sky, open up. Optional gaze up to the right thumb. Release the twist, bringing your right hand down in front of your right toes. Bring your right foot to the middle of your mat, so underneath the heart center. As you inhale, roll to the outside edge of the right foot, opening the knee to the right. Inhale, plant the right foot down on the mat. Inhale, open that right knee to the right, outside edge of the right foot. Exhale, plant. 1 more, open up that knee. Exhale, plant the right foot. Lift the left, or tuck the left toes, lift the left knee. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale through, find your high plank position. Exhale, knees, untuck your toes, lower all the way down to the belly. Take your fingertips wider than the edges of your mat and then out in front of your shoulders. So kind of coming off the corners of your mat, wide and out in front of you. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale, rise for a variation of cobra. Drop the shoulders away from the ears, shoulder blades draw down the back. Breathe into the belly. Exhale, lower, hover your nose. On your inhale, rise, cobra variation. Exhale, lower. One more inhale. Exhale, lower, bringing your hands alongside the chest, tucking your toes, hips high and back for downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high into the air. Exhale, bend the knee, heel reaches towards glutes. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, look to your hands and step the left foot through between the hands. You can always drop down on that right knee in order to bring that left foot to the front of the mat. Spin down on your right heel. Bend into the left knee. Rise to the sky, squaring shoulders and hips to the front of the room for warrior one. Or energy moving towards the front of the mat. Let your pinkies roll in. Shoulders melt away from the ears. Draw the front ribs in. Tail drops. Activate the back leg. Really press down into the outer edge of the right foot. Soften the jaw. Relax the tongue in the mouth. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands to clasp behind your back. Clasping your knuckles. Open the heart by dropping your knuckles down towards the earth behind you. Fill the belly, inhale. Exhale, reach the heart forward, just bringing the belly to rest on the left leg. See if you can lift your hands off the low back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And release the clasp of your hands. Rise into warrior one, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, fold over your left leg, stepping back to downward facing dog. Pedal your knees. Sway your hips from side to side. Inhale now, the right leg high into the air. Exhale, bend the knee, heel to glutes. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, step the right foot to the front of the mat. Spin down on the left heel. Bend into your right knee. Rise, fingertips to the sky. Warrior one, draw the front ribs in, tail is dropping, toes angle in towards the body, pinkies roll in, shoulders melt away. Really anchoring down into the left leg, pressing down into both edges of that left foot, so the inside edge and the outer edge of the left foot. Inhale, fill the low belly space with the breath. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Once again, taking it the weird way. So if you normally bring your right index finger on top, bring the left one. Open the heart on the inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And release the heart forward, coming to rest on the right leg. See if you can lift the hands off the back. Releasing the hands, rise once again into warrior one, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, fold over the right leg. Spinning on your left toes, step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward into high plank position. Wrap the shoulder blades in and down the back from your high plank. Draw the front ribs in, navel draws towards the spine, firing up here in high plank. Feel a long line from the base of the skull all the way down to the heels. Inhale. Exhale, lower the knees, untuck the toes. Lower the hips, the belly, all the way down to the mat. This time, take your fingertips wider than the edges of your mat, but we'll keep our hands in line with our shoulders. Press the tops of the feet into the earth. Inhale, rise, cobra. Maybe coming up just a little bit higher. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Hover your nose. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. One more here. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower down. Planting your hands, tucking your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, lower your knees and release into child's pose. Big toes together, hips towards heels, forehead to the mat. Arms out in front of you or alongside the body. And come back into your breath. Breathing in, fill the low belly space. Exhale, soften the hips towards the heels. Soften the third eye space into the mat, into the earth. Allow the breath to fill up and soften around the shoulder blades. Exhale, see any tension that you might carry around the shoulder blades, softening, releasing. Inhale, lifting back up into your hands and knees. Spread your fingers wide. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, walk, step, or hop your feet forward. Release into your forward fold. Heel toe, the base of the big toe mounds together to touch. Bring your feet together. As you rise, sit back on your heels into your chair pose, rising right into chair pose. Arms to the sky, weight is in the heels. Squeezing the inner thighs together. Let your pinkies roll in, shoulders pull away from the ears and down the back. On your next inhale, reach and rise, coming all the way to stand. Hold the left wrist with the right hand and side bend to the right. Breathing into the left side body. Release through center. Hold the right wrist and side bend to the left. Filling up the space between the right ribs this time. And release through center. Release your arms alongside the body and take your feet hip width apart. Knees are soft. Release your arms around along the sides. So we're gonna do something a little bit weird, but it's good for our energy in the morning. So we're just gonna kind of take some swings with the arms and let the arms tap at the front and at the back as we go. And then you might make it a little bit bigger, maybe taking your gaze over the shoulder as you twist. Letting the arms just kind of tap against the body. Really releasing into the spine. Good. Coming back to center. Toes moving straight forward. Inhale your arms to the sky. Soft knees. Exhale, forward fold, rounding the spine over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and round. Soft knees. Step your right foot back. Spin down on your right heel. Bend into your left knee. And before you rise, just take a peek at your feet. So left heel, if there was a line running back from the left heel, it would either intersect with your right heel or the middle of the right foot, the arch. Bend into that left knee. Reach your right fingertips forward and then up to the sky and then back behind you, opening, lifting yourself into warrior two. So lifting up off the mat, keep bending into the left knee, neutralizing the bowl of the pelvis. Extend your arms in opposite directions. Right fingertips back behind you, left fingertips out in front of you. Gaze is over the left fingertips. Turn your left palm to the sky. Right hand reaches down the back leg. Lift your left fingertips to the sky. Open into the left side body. One more inhale, left side. On the exhale, we're going to bring our hands down inside the left foot. So keeping our legs in warrior two, walk your hands towards the front right corner of your mat, away from you. So coming into a down dog lunge here. So our legs are in warrior two and our upper body is in downward dog. Lengthening the spine. Ears lining up with the upper arms. Pressing the hips back to that imaginary line from heel to heel. And then walking your hands back, surrounding the left foot. Spin on the right toes. Left foot steps back, downward facing dog. Pedal your knees, sway your hips from side to side. Optional vinyasa here. You can hold here in down dog. You can take a child's pose, or you can flow with me, inhaling high plank. You decide what feels right in your body. Exhale, knees, chest, or lower in your plank, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. You might take a variation we took before, or you might keep the hands alongside the ribs, rising up into traditional cobra pose. Feel the belly. Tucking your toes. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, walk, step, or hop the feet forward. Release into your forward fold. Bring the base of the big toe mounds together to touch. As you rise, reach your hips back for your chair pose. Utkatasana. Weight is in the heels, hips. The sitting bones are open, reaching back behind you. The low back is long. Inhale, rise. Exhale, coming right back into your forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and round. From here, step your left foot back. Spin down on your left heel. Bend into the right knee. And then take a peek at your feet. Heel to heel or heel to arch. So if there was a line running back from the right heel, it would intersect with the left heel or the arch of the left foot. Bend into the right knee. Left fingertips guide you forward, up and back behind you as you lift into warrior two. Bending into the right knee, neutralize the pelvis. Extend the arms in opposite directions. Feeling a grounding down at the pelvis as you breathe in. Fill the low belly space. And turn the right palm to the sky. Left hand down the back leg. Reverse your warrior. Breathe into the right side body. One more inhale. As you exhale, spin the arms down inside your right foot. Keep bending into the right knee. Your legs are in warrior two. Your hands walk to the left corner of your mat for down dog in the upper body and warrior two in your legs. Press the hips back. Ears relax in between the arms. And walk your hands back to surround the right foot. Spin on your left toes and step back to downward facing dog. Pedal your knees. Sway your hips from side to side. And again, yogi choice. You can take child's pose. You can hold here in down dog, or you can flow through a vinyasa, finding what feels right in your body. If you'd like more movement, inhale, high plank. Exhale through your lower. Finding your back bend. And we'll meet in child's pose. Come into your child's pose when you complete your vinyasa. Bringing your forehead to the mat. Hips towards your heels. And come back into your breath here. And feel the breath moving into the low belly space. Lifting back up into your hands and knees. Find your tabletop position. And then we're just going to rise and lift onto our knees. So we're standing on our knees. From here, take our left foot and bring it out in front of us. And then we're going to walk that foot out as far as we can, straightening the left foot, or straightening the left knee, and then bring your toes back towards you. Flex your left foot. Good, and you might be able to bring your hands down now to surround the left shin. Keep drawing the left toes towards you. So a nice stretch in the back of the left leg. With our hands supporting us, find a nice long spine. So instead of rounding, keep reaching the heart away from the toe, or beyond the left toes. One more variation here. If you'd like, bring both hands to the outside of your left shin, coming into a little twist here. Keep drawing the left toes towards you, hands on the outside of the left ankle or left shin. And then walking your hands back and bringing that left knee back. Finding your hands and knees. Let's rinse that out with one cat-cow. Inhale, reach the heart. Exhale, round. Inhale, neutral spine. And then coming up onto your knees. And then if you have something in the space that you're in, of course, if you have blocks, you could use those. If you have a piece of furniture, or even if you have the wall, I have a window here, you can use that to help support you in this pose. Anything that you have at home, feel free. Extend your right leg out in front of you this time. And then straightening the right leg, and then flexing the right foot. Draw your toes back towards you. We're working into the back of the right leg, and then walking the fingertips to surround the right shin. And again, if you're at the wall, you can just hold the wall with your hand and reach the heart forward. Just finding a little movement in the pelvis here to begin opening the back of the right leg. Breathing all the way down into the low belly space. And then option, you don't have to take this variation, but if you'd like to try it, bringing both hands to the outside of the right shin or knee. Reaching the heart over to the right edge of the mat. Keep flexing the right toes. And then bringing your hands back, bringing the knee back. We're going to make our way into a seated position. And bringing your legs out in front of you. Moving the glutes out of the way so you're nice and tall on your sitting bones, a nice long spine. Just rest your hands alongside the hips. Let the crown of the head reach to the sky. Flex your feet. Feel the legs long, but also the spine. The low back is long. Breathing down into the low belly space. And then releasing Dandasana, bending your knees, finding your hips in the middle of the mat, and rolling all the way down to your back. Holding your knees or shins, gently rock from side to side. Extend now your left leg out long on the mat. Left leg extends out in front of you. Left hand comes to the right knee. Right arm releases out into a T as you guide the right leg across the body, coming into a twist. So right knee over the body, right arm away from you. Option to take the gaze over to the right. If that feels okay in your neck, you can gently release the head towards the right. Gently bringing the head back to neutral. Draw the right knee back through center. Extend your right leg out long. Draw your left knee in. The left arm releases out to the side as the right hand guides the left knee across the body. Gazing option towards the left hand. Coming back out of the twist, left knee draws through center. Draw your right knee in to meet the left. Holding your knees or shins, press the low back into the mat. Circle or rock from side to side. Massaging the low back into your mat. And then begin to extend your legs out long. Releasing your arms along your sides. Let your palms face up. Draw the shoulder blades in and down the back. Relax the legs. Let them soften and really sink heavy into the mat. Allow the heart to open as your shoulders gently roll open. Soften the tongue in the mouth. Relax your jaw. Soften the forehead, the third eye space, as if your eyebrows were just getting a little bit further apart, moving towards your ears. Your ears soften towards the earth. The crown of the head releases, softens, allowing you to connect with a higher power. Beginning to take a deeper breath. Filling the low belly space once again. Slowly, gently reaching your arms back behind you, clasping your hands. Press the palms away from you, feeling the sides, feeling the belly, feeling the hips, the legs, the feet with the breath. Releasing the stretch and bending your knees. Slowly rolling on your side, whichever side feels right for you. Gently pressing yourself up into a seated position. Bringing your hands together at heart center. And closing your eyes. Bringing into the mind's eye something that you're grateful for in this moment. Let that sensation of gratitude move through the body. And may we sit in gratitude all day long. Gently blink the eyes open. I hope that you feel both grounded and energized, ready to take on this day. I'm grateful for this practice together. Namaste.